Hello, this is Aaron Cross coming to you live from NetFront Sports. I think we have it figured out. We're going to have a bit of a better stream than we have this morning. Again, sorry for the technical difficulties we've dealt with so far. We apologize. It is not up to our standard, but I think we figured it out for the second half of the first day of the Tier 2 crossover here in Sylvan Lake, Alberta. This game, we're going to have the 16-0 undefeated champions from last season, Lloyd Xtreme, playing against the brand new expansion team, Badlands Sun Devils. Badlands 1-0 this season to start their inaugural campaign here in the T2 division. We're going to have a short note from the public address announcer here. I'm going to try to play over our hot mic. If not, we are going to be posting the statement. We're just having a quick moment of silence here for Jim Andrews, who the Tier 2 North Division is named after. So thank you guys. We'll be underway here in a few minutes with the Lloyd Xtreme versus the Badlands Sun Devils. Once again, we're just waiting for the Badlands Sun Devils to get on the floor here. They're late. That's the first time we've had that happen this weekend so far. And they're not here on the floor. But yeah, we'll have a short public address announcement here, and then we'll have the game underway. There we go. Now that the anthems are done and dusted, we're going to have some lacrosse for you here on the NetFront Sports Network. Welcome into Sylvan Lake Arena, Next Source Center, I believe it's called. We'll have here a color-on-color matchup jersey. I like seeing that. We have the dark green left to right on your screen, the Badlands Sun Devils. This is their first season in the Tier 2 network. And then on their right-hand side, going right to left, are going to be your Lloydminster Xtreme in the greens and blacks, very similar, akin to the Saskatchewan Rush uniforms. They went 16-0 last season and won the entire Tier 2 division, so this is a big part of their defense. And we waiting for the clock to go, sticks banging, and we are underway here with some Tier 2 lacrosse over weekend on NetFront Sports Network. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for dealing with the technical difficulties in the first two games we had this evening or this morning. I appreciate everybody for sticking around. We will have those games uploaded on the YouTube channel, full, uncut, uninterrupted, so that you can at least watch what happened this morning here in Sylvan Lake. We had Renegades take on the Rage and won 14-5. And then recently we just had the Sherwood Park Titan defeating the Calgary Bandits that scored 9-5. Here we are, Lloydminster is already in the offensive zone here. The Badlands were able to cover. We've got Cohen Osadchuk moving up the floor. We do our best with the names here. We do not have the game sheets with us, so some of these names are going to be wrong, but we try our best. We'll just deal with the rosters we have on the RML website. We have the same roster access that you do as Everett Leafso in the corner there for the Badlands, trying to battle it out, get some. We got to step in the crease. That's going to be Badlands ball. So they move up the floor. Sealed off there by the Xtreme. Up top, over to the lefty shooter. Cleared out of the crease there. We have Brady Gamble on a breakaway here for the Xtreme. Shoots on save, trying to dig it out of the crease. There's a huge save there by the Badlands Sun Devils goalie, who we do not have a name for. I apologize. But a good save there on the breakaway for him. Sun Devils come up on your far side here on the camera, right-hand side. Once again, black and green moving left to right here on your TV screen or phone, whatever device you're choosing to watch us on today. We appreciate you coming on in here and supporting the network. I've got Leafso down in the corner for the Sun Devils, coming up to the top, getting sealed off. As that will be a 30-second shot clock. Got to keep mindful of that shot clock here. We're 2 minutes and 15 seconds into this first period. Lloydminster captain Owen Hill passing it off to Jace Gunderson. Jace Gunderson, one of the offensive powerhouses of this Lloyd Xtreme roster. You will see him with the ball a lot in the offensive zone as they look for him to carry the offensive load for this team. Battling in the corner here. Lloyd still has the ball. Shooting is Tej Brown. One of the guys I highlighted in my post-show preview. Just a young guy that gets lots of points. And I thought he was an important piece to bring up this weekend, as we're going to get a Lloydminster power play here, 17-19. I did miss the call. I'm too busy yapping. 17-19 here left in the first. Lloydminster is going to be on the power play. Jace Gunderson taking it from the top. Gunderson. Back to Gunderson. Gunderson here in the lefty shooter spot. Over to Blake Shepard in the righty shooter spot. Those are going to be your two guys carrying the load here. Shepard, left-hand side, moves it down low. That's saved by the Badlands goaltender. Passes it out to Ashton Pancoast. Pancoast lost the battle there, and Lloyd will take over with a fresh 30 on this power play. Shepard over to Gunderson. Gunderson back to Shepard. These are the two lefty and righty shooter spots. You're going to see them passing to each other quite a bit on this power play, trying to get angles. Sealing off coming across. That is a shove from behind, and that is going to get an answer here from the referee. Pancoast there getting that shove from behind from Tej Brown, and that will equal it up here. We're going to be playing 4-on-4 for the next minute and 2 seconds. As Badlands Sun Devils will get control of the ball here off the rip. We've got Hunter Scrove. That's S-K-R-O-V, Scrove. He's going to take the ball from the top here for the Sun Devils. And this Lloydminster Xtreme team looks like I'm watching like the junior Saskatchewan Rush. This is crazy. Their jerseys are the exact same. Everett Leafso on this right-hand shooter spot. The Sun Devils look to get some inroads. I don't know how that ball went in, and neither does the goaltender. That is Donovan Swanky throwing his hands up and wondering how that one in. It looked like it ricocheted in, but you know what? They all count the same here in lacrosse. That is a 1-0 lead here for the Sun Devils, and what would be seen as a massive upset for this weekend. As once again, the Badlands Sun Devils playing their first game as the Lloydminster Xtreme defending champions. But you know what? It is an early season. There is some roster turnover here at the Tier 2 level. You lose people to Tier 1. You lose people to aging out. There's a bit of continuity between season to season, but it's not. You don't get to keep the same roster. Brady Gamble passing it down and then transitioning off for his team. As Lloyd does throw it away, it's going to be an over and back. It's going to be Badlands Sun Devils ball. We're still 4-on-4 here for the next 26 seconds. And then the Sun Devils will go on an abbreviated power play as they look to take control of this game. Leafso playing out the top, coming over on the lefty shooter spot. Fires it, tries to go short side there on Swanky, but hits the post. Got a battle here in the corner. Who's going to get it? Looks like Owen Hill will come out of the corner with it and transition up the floor. Again, the Xtreme are now on the penalty kill. How are they going to take? Never mind. That is a turnover. And then the Badlands coming the other way. Number 28 for the Badlands here. I don't have a name for him. Comes in, shoots, goes 5-hole on Swanky. Swanky not liking that one. Bangs his stick across the post. I'm sure he wanted that one back, even though it was in transition, and not really much he could do there. It was just one-on-one. That is a 2-0 Badlands Sun Devils lead, as the Xtreme look kind of. It's early, but they look kind of stunned here. Not much going on the bench. Draw here, the Xtreme looking to get it off the draw, as they will. We have Alex Hill rotating it back, transitioning it over to Rogan McNabb. McNabb coming in on the left-hand side, our righty shooter. Moves it over to Tej Brown. Brown just came out of the penalty box, moves it over to Fisher. Fisher right down Main Street, takes a hit, but they gets a shot. It's saved by the Sun Devils goaltender there. We'll try to get a name for you during this broadcast because he has played super well so far. He deserves that credit. It'd be a 10-second or 8-second. Don't quote me. I believe it was changed to 8-second violation. You have to get it over half before the ref counts down. And then that is a change of possession if you do not move it across the floor in the allotted time that you were given. We got McNabb. McNabb on the left side with the righty shooter up to the top. Tej Brown. Brown up top. Moves it down low to Shepard. Shepard gets knocked down, throws a hack. This Xtreme roster right now, offense can't seem to get it going. They can't get these balls through. The Sun Devils are closing lanes, getting sticks up in the air, sealing things off, but they will be on the penalty kill again as Everett Leafso is going to the box. Again, 2-minute penalty for holding. 13:57 left here in the first period. 2-0 Sun Devils over to Xtreme, but the Xtreme on the power play. Jace Gunderson taking it from the top. Lefty shooter moves it over to lefty shooter, the lefty crease. Back to the shooter, back to the top to Gunderson. Gunderson back to the lefty shooter spot. Back to the righty shooter spot with Shepard. Gunderson up top. Lots of ball movement here. Looking for a shot. Shepard fires that home from downtown. From the righty shooter spot in the power play. Just whips it and sidearm and finds it past the Badlands Sun Devils goaltender, bringing this game to 2-1. And you do not want to let the Xtreme get back in the game on power play and stuff. They're too good of a team to not make you pay. Yep. Face off here, blown dead, given to the Xtreme. Gunderson takes it on the far side, waiting for his teammates to come off of the bench. We got Dagan Thiessen over to McNabb. That is Tobin Duggan and taking a shot there from the righty shooter spot. Scramble for it. Gunderson's able to make a swim move. He does get turned aside here, and that's a shot clock violation. Even though I'm pretty sure I heard it hit the goaltender, but it's a shot clock violation here, and it'll be Sun Devils ball. Sun Devils finally got this right side of the screen. It's been a bit. They've been pinned in. You got Leafso up top. Over to number 12. Number 15 rips it. Swanky's not sure where that was. Ended up turning around. It was off the post. Getting a little bit lucky there. Leafso looking for this crease dive. It's called in the crease. The ball did go in, but it will not count. The refs talk it over. Refs are talking it over. Still seems to go there as they blow it in now. No. They want Lloyd to bring it back. Well, Lloyd was just trying to move the ball up. They sitting there letting the refs talk all day. There's Swanky brings it in to Brown. Brown on the far side over to Stachniak. Stachniak passes it over to McNabb, who gets a shot on from that righty spot. Gives him a good hack. He's going to get called on that one as the Sun Devils bring the ball up the floor here. Number 25, a little high pass to 15. Saved there by Swanky. Again, we only have numbers. We don't have names for a lot of these Sun Devils players, so we're trying our best here to give you the play-by-play as this arena just went completely quiet. I feel like I am talking to myself in here. But that is going to be a Lloydminster penalty with Madden Kelly taking the ball up from center. 11:55 left here in the first. 2-1 Sun Devils lead. They're on the power play. Is it 15? You have a 2 minutes for boarding penalty to McNabb, Quinn McNabb. This is Sun Devils power play. Is looking to capitalize here and increase their lead over to Lloydminster Xtreme. Yeah, Leafso. Leafso. I'm gonna go with Leifso. Don't have pronunciation sheet in front of me, so I apologize. We've got Owen Hill coming up the floor with the Xtreme. Doubles back, allows his teammates to get on. Moves it to Gunderson. Now, will the Xtreme kill the 30 here, or they try to score? That's the answer for you right there. As Gunderson swim moves down the center and fires it, but missed the net. So it's going to be Sun Devils ball here in the Lloyd zone. 11:10 left in the first. 1:15 left in this power play. Probably like to see Lloyd kind of try to kill a little bit of that 30-second clock, although it is early in the game. Sun Devils standing up here. Goes righty shooter up top. Lefty crease wide open. You have Keaton Bauer Bauer's playing that lefty crease spot on the Sun Devils power plays. We get a massive hit. Heads up. Advantage here given to the Sun Devils. Scrove sending up top to the righty shooter. Moves down to the crease, back up front to the shooter. Goes into the corner. We have number 15 here for the Badlands. They're swapping spots with Keaton Bauer. Bauer picks up the rebound, tries to shoot on net. Saved there by Swanky. And the Xtreme will get the ball here. Alex Hill moves it up. I think we're gonna get Lloydminster ball here. I don't agree with blowing it down when they were on the run. It was the Sun Devils' fault. But that's why I'm not a referee. We got Thiessen coming in on the left the shooter spot. Back in the corner, getting harassed there by Quade Vanderspread. Quade Vanderspread played for the Lethbridge Rockies 2 years ago in the Tier 1 division. There's got a couple of those Lethbridge Rockies players on this Sun Devils team, as they did fold last season. So those players looking for places to play, and you know, the Tier 2 Sun Devils coming along gives them a place to play, and I think that's good for, it's got to be good for lacrosse in Alberta. The more teams we have, the better. We have a lot of talent here. As Lifeso's in the corner, getting harassed there by 2 Xtreme defenders. Takes a good slash, moves the ball up. We have Alex Hill getting it from Reese Way. We're going to get a delayed call here on the Sun Devils as Swanky runs to the bench. We're going to have a 6-on-5 here with 9 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the first period. Gunderson moves it over to Fisher. Fisher up top, getting sealed off by McNabb. Moves it over to Gunderson, and Gunderson rips it home 5-hole on the Sun Devils goaltender. And as the Lloydminster Xtreme take advantage of that 6-on-5 play, find the space, get them sealed off, and then just Jace Gunderson just ripping it from the right-hand side there. So we have a 2-2 game. And the Xtreme are back. There was some a little bit chirping here from the Sun Devils after going up 2-0. I think that was a bit premature. They're playing against the defending champions that went undefeated last season. We have Alex Hill taking the draw here for the Xtreme. Unfortunately, we don't have the Sun Devils players, but it's number 15. Ball blown in, and here we go. As Alex Hill's trying to pull this back for his team. We got everybody in the center now. Big scramble for it. Who's going to get it? Sun Devils scooping up. Number 15 for them. And they throw it away, unfortunately. McNabb up to Owen Hill, who's on a breakaway. Owen Hill, right-handed, dips, dives, shoots. Saved there by the Sun Devils goaltender on that breakaway. We're going to have Xtreme ball after that shove in the back. Have Brown up top to Thiessen. Thiessen over to McNabb. McNabb rips it on net, but that's saved by the Sun Devils goalie. Heads up. Number 25 here for Sun Devils. Able to get it and move up floor. Sun Devils ball, swim move by 15, brings it in, tries to shoot far side on Swanky. Swanky does save it, and he scoops it up out of harm's way. Not able to connect with his teammate, though, on that pass. As McNabb is fighting for it in the corner. He wins that loose ball for the time being. Gunderson scoops it up. He's 1-on-5, literally, by himself right now. He's able to pass it out up to Stachniak. Stachniak over to Fisher. Fisher rips it on net. No goal. I don't know about that one. Jace Gunderson rips it on net, goes in, but the ref says it was after the whistle. So we're gonna get no goal call. Wasn't much of a fight from Gunderson there, so I think he knew as well. Hill. As Owen Hill over to Brown. Brown using that big body coming out from the right-hand side. Lefty shooter. Good save there by the Badlands goaltender, and then we get a wipeout. Going to get called for a crease violation. It's going to be Sun Devils ball up court. Up floor. I apologize. Floor. Sun Devils 6 minutes, 45 seconds left in this first period. They've actually contended pretty well with this undefeated Xtreme team. I've mentioned it a couple of times, but they are the standard at which Tier 2 lacrosse is measured to recently with their undefeated season last season. Slowing it down here is Thiessen. Passes it over to Stachniak. Stachniak over to Duggan. Jace Gunderson comes down Main Street, shoots it left-handed. Save made by the Sun Devils goaltender here, because we have a delayed penalty against the Sun Devils again, as Lloyd will go back on the power play after successfully capitalizing very quickly into their last one. Six minutes, 9 seconds left here in the first. Xtreme power play with Jace Gunderson waiting for the ball to be blown in at the top. This Xtreme offense is very good. You do not want to keep giving them chances. And we are going to get a call for a water break, I believe. Yes, we're going to get a water break. A little bit late. Usually it's the first whistle after the 10-minute mark. We're 6 minutes, 9 seconds left remaining here. So this is Eric Krause. I'd like to welcome you to the NetFront Sports Network. Thank you guys for tuning in for Tier 2 crossover weekend here in Sylvan Lake. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see lacrosse from the prairies all summer long. We have a little bit for everybody. We've got Tier 2 lacrosse. We're going to have Tier 1 lacrosse. Going to have female and female junior and female senior, as well as senior B lacrosse from from Edmonton. So Edmonton area from the North Division. Also, we do have if you'd like to support the channel in a monetary thing, it's completely optional. We appreciate it. You get to use some fun emojis and some badges. You can do so by hitting the join button below the video for $4.99 a month. We appreciate all of you who do that, as we've had a few this weekend. Thank you guys for the support. Gunderson here, moving on to the lefty shooter spot. Tries to go 5-hole again. Test that Sun Devils goaltender 5-hole a couple times now. He's able to turn that one aside. We got Evan Rieger coming up with the ball. Sun Devils. Gunderson takes it from him. Gunderson, a much bigger body, but Rieger's not backing down, trying to chase him down. Gunderson by himself in the corner. He's probably going to pull up here, wait for his team to get on the floor, as set up that Xtreme power play offense. Shepard over to Gunderson, back to Shepard. Shepard with the steal from up top, rips it, misses. There's a nice seal there set by Stachniak and gave Shepard all the room he needed in the world to test that one on net. So, minute and 1 second left here in the Badlands penalty, and they will look to kill 30 down in the Xtreme zone. He's gonna need some help though. He's not gonna be able to do that by himself. Big hack in there. We got 2 Sun Devils and 3 Xtreme members fighting here on the near board. Sorry if our camera can't pick that up. That's a tough angle. Scooped out by Ian Muir. Eric Wallace grab the ball, bring it down, set up in transition, and get his offense on the board. 30 seconds here, 16 seconds on the shot clock for the Xtreme to set up their power play. Stachniak coming in from the top, moves it to the lefty shooter spot. Lefty shooter, I believe that's Brown. Brown over to Shepard. Shepard shoots it on net. Saved by the Badlands Sun Devils goaltender. He is reaching behind him, but alas, the ball is in front of him. Completely turned it over, unfortunately, on the pass out by McNabb. It was good by McNabb to be paying attention there and get a stick up. Then it'll be even strength now. 4 minutes remaining here in the first period. 2-2 ties. The Xtreme are breaking out. That is Brady Gamble. Gamble on his offside moves it to Gunderson. You'll probably see Gamble run off the floor now and try to get another offensive stick on there. Gunderson over to Duggan as they were not paying attention and lost their 30 seconds. Be Sun Devils ball. He able to collect it, walked right by. That is Quaid to Vandersprut. Two quick saves there by Swanky. His extreme look to take the ball up floor. That is number 55, Marcus Morgan, coming off, laboring a little bit there for the extreme. It looks like he took a ball to the ankle, but he was able to get off under his own power. Hopefully he's okay and can get back in this game. He is on the bench, kind of grabbing it. So moving up the floor is Alex Hill. Again, this extreme team very good at getting across center and then resetting back to get their offensive guys on the floor. Not a very rush offense. Sealed off. Chase Gunderson looking for that low to high shot again. He loves that shot. 5 seconds left here on the shot clock. Gunderson's able to find his teammate off the bar, the far side bar from Stashniak. That is unfortunate. A good shot. Gunderson over to Stashniak. Shoots, tries to test that 5-hole against Sun Devils goaltender. Is able to save it. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left here in the first period. Throws it away again. The Sun Devils goalie, I think, might be better off passing it off to one of his defenders and letting them bring it up court. And the Sun Devils are just bleeding possessions, and they're lucky that it's still 2-2. They've not played good this second half of this first period. Lefty spot, you have Brown. Brown looking for options over to McNabb. McNabb sends it across to his teammate Thiessen. This looks like the second offensive unit for the Extreme on the floor right now, giving that first unit a break. Wallace seals off for McNabb, and McNabb rips it. Unfortunately, missing it. It's over and back. So that'll be Sun Devils ball here in the Extreme zone. 2-2 game. 2-2 game. That'll be Sun Devils ball with minute 34 left in the first. Ball's blown in. Save there by Swanky. There goes over to Lifeso back to number 15 here. Getting pressured. Lifeso picks it up, comes across right to left. Across your screen. He's just trying to keep it in. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. That's picked up by Brady Gamble. And Gamble, he's off to the races. He's going to blow by the Sun Devils defender. And that's a huge save there by the goalie. Left pad save on Gamble on that breakaway. Sun Devils back up the floor here. So we got some pace. We've got a lot of transition here. Steps around the defender. Shoots far side. I think Swanky got a piece of that one. Kelly, Madden Kelly. Number 24 for the Sun Devils. A bit of a scramble right now. This Extreme are up floor with numbers 2-on-1. You have Ian Muir back and forth between him and McNabb. That is Rogan McNabb, number 88. And then you have 21, Quinn McNabb. Quinn seems to be the one that is playing on offense for this Extreme squad. 15 seconds left here in the first period. Off the post is number 12 there for the Sun Devils, off the crossbar. 10 seconds left. Sun Devils are going to have the ball. Are they going to take a timeout to go 6-on-5? They will not. 2-2 game, 8 seconds left. Able to find a righty shooter. Trying to dangle around. It's pushed to the ground. Saved there by Swanky. As that will end our first period in an exciting 2-2 tie here between this Badlands Sun Devils from Medicine Hat and the Lloydminster Xtreme. A little bit of compete there from the Sun Devils, as don't seem to be too pushed over or intimidated by this championship Lloydminster Xtreme squad. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in to the first period, and we'll be back here in 10 minutes for the second. I don't have a paper copy of it. Welcome back to the NetFront Sports Network. I'd like to appreciation to the Badlands Sun Devils parent that came up to us and gave us their weekend roster sheet. I also see in this that they're using temporary jerseys. That's why the jersey numbers are not matching at all to what I have on my sheet here. So, yeah, we have 2 minutes left here on the intermission thing. I just wanted to bring in just welcome you guys back to the broadcast as we have their Lloydminster Xtreme against the Badlands Sun Devils playing out of Medicine Hat. 2-2 tie going here into the second period, and we'll have that with you when we get back. We are just waiting for the Sun Devils to get back on the floor here. I will say we've had some intermittent disconnects here, so if the stream does drop, we will attempt to get it back as soon as possible. Here's the Lloydminster Xtreme. Win the ball off the draw there. Evan Rieger pushing him up from the Badlands Sun Devils. Jace Gunderson trying to catch that ball mid-air as it be here brought up by Brolin Vandersprut. Over to Mandruziak. Mandruziak has it in the corner there over to Lampard. Lampard, righty shooter spot, looking for some opening lane on Swanky. Swanky didn't exactly collect that ball to the best of his ability. Kind of struggled with it, but no harm, no foul as Lloydminster will come up floor. That ball will go back, will be an over and back, and will be Badlands Sun Devils ball here. Only a minute into the second. It's going to be picked up by Madden Kelly. Kelly grabs it over to Manning. Manning to Vandersprut. Vandersprut getting pressed over to Manning. Manning righty shooter spot. Cross floor two. Leafso. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that name correctly. I apologize if I am not. Moving over to Alex Hill. Alex Hill, a far side for the Xtreme. Looks to get it into his offensive players and get off the floor. McNabb, there's Quinn McNabb here, coming to the righty shooter spot, walks in, shoots. Save made by the Badlands goaltender. I'm going to try to get a number for you here. Number 31, that is Jackson Bushall. We're going to go with that one until I'm corrected. Brolin Vandersprut. There's two Vanderspruts on this roster for the Badlands. Owen Hill down, moves it to his teammate across. Save there by Bushall. He's played very well in this game, mind you, for this Sun Devils squad. Again, the Sun Devils brand new to the Tier 2 division. Won their first game last weekend over the Foothills Spurs. Hill gets slashed there by McKinley, but that was clean. McKinley over to his teammate. Hits Swanky, counter up in the chest, ball pops up. That was Quaid Vandersprut with the shot there. Hill blown in by the referee as Sun Devils will have the ball here. Lifeso looking for teammates. Gets sealed off, gets pressure, but he's able to dump it off to Keaton Bauer. And Bauer, little far side there on Swanky, and give the Sun Devils a 3-2 lead here. And early in the second. Again, that was Keaton Bauer there for the Sun Devils. Putting up a 3-2 spot there for the Sun Devils. We're going to have Alex Hill at the draw again with Roland Vanderschmidt. These guys have been battling each other all game so far in the face-off, Todd. Neither team has a second guy in, like we saw earlier today with the Renegades. The Renegades would swap their face-off guys quite a bit. Ball picked up here by Logan McNabb. And we're going to have a delayed penalty here against the Sun Devils. And Swanky heads to the bench, gives an Xtreme a 6-on-5. This Xtreme squad scored on this exact scenario before the end of the first period, as Bushell is able to turn that one away. Getting harassed there by Wyatt Bauer. As the Xtreme still control the ball here. Stachniak with the ball up top, getting sealed off, looking for a lane. Able to move to Jace Gunderson, swim move, dive, not even dive, walks around at the top of the cage and puts it in far side on the Badlands goaltender. As once again, Lloydminster Xtreme score on a 6-on-5 situation. That's the second time this game doing that, and that gives us a 3-3 tie here with 16:26 remaining in the second period. Couple Badlands players going over to the refs, as we have Evan Rieger explaining why that wasn't called crease violation. Just wants an extra explanation. Not gonna get what he's hoping for, but hopefully he understands how it's gonna be called the rest of the game, so his team can take advantage of that. That's all we ask for at reffing at this level is consistency. Battle here is we got Alex Hill pulling again for the Xtreme, picked up by Ian Muir. Muir over to Shepard. Shepard tried to get it across to his teammate there, but sadly did not find him. Quade Vandersprut bringing it on the far side here for Sun Devils. Takes a hit. Still got the ball coming in. Is left to right. Able to spin off his defender. Seems like he's looking for some seal-offs or some picks, but not getting them right now. Mandruziak is one of the AP players here for the Badlands Sun Devils, as they have a couple of youngsters and rookies playing for them. Affiliated players is what we call them in lacrosse. Usually players from a division lower or players that, you know, haven't committed to a team yet. As Swanky will take the ball, put it in the corner, as the Sun Devils will take control here. Wyatt Bauer in the corner moves it over to Vandersprut, Brolin, over to Lampard, who shoots it on net, but saved by Swanky. Swanky looking down floor for his teammate. That's Owen Hill down here by himself. Gets shoved from behind. He's going to get a push from behind. It's going to be Xtreme ball, but no penalty. McKinley talking to the ref, not agreeing with what the call was. Back and forth action here. Sun Devils black jerseys with the white-ish green shoulders, moving right to left across your TV screen. Lloydminster Xtreme with the Saskatchewan Rush-like uniform going left to right here on the screen. Ball fired in by Brolin Vandersprut. No, that did not connect, as we have 3 seconds left on the shot clock, and that would be at least a shot clock violation. But the Xtreme gather it up. That is Ian Muir. Muir getting pushed there by Lifeso. As Xtreme here looking to set up on the offense. They haven't really been able to set up yet in this period. 14:30 remaining here in the second. Blake Shepard up top, overhand right, goes bottom left there on Bushall as he scores that one from basically Red Deer in this building. And that'll put the Lloydminster Xtreme up 4-3 here in the second. Quite the shot as he didn't get a seal off or anything. He just picked his spot from up top and lasered it in there. Okay, get our face off here. Got Alex Hill pulling back for the Xtreme. That's somebody else for no, as Roland Vandersprut still for the Sun Devils. His jersey seemed to look like it folded into a 2. As Hunter Scrove takes it on the left-hand side here for Sun Devils, moves it over to Vandersprut down low to Wyatt Bauer. Wyatt Bauer getting there shoved in the corner, trying to find some, able to spin out of it. Runs into 3 Xtreme players. Drops the ball, able to get a shot off still somehow, picked it up, and what a goal there by Wyatt Bauer. Picks it up and rips it short side there on Swanky, basically off the post and in, and Swanky wants that one back. You can tell by his body language, but wow, what an effort there by Wyatt Bauer. Gets hit by 3 Xtreme players, drops the ball, picks it up, and then shoots it in one smooth motion. Makes it a 4-4 game. As this Sun Devils team's not going away. They're competing pretty hard. Anybody who thought that, you know, an expansion team might struggle a bit here, they're playing well. As they off the draw and a little bit of confusion, Hunter Scrove finds Josiah Manning, and he puts it top right over Swanky, and Swanky is now in the corner thinking that one through. My apologies earlier for saying Mandrusiak is number 12. That's actually Josiah Manning today. It'll be Mandrusiak playing tomorrow for the Sun Devils, wearing that number 12 jersey. Is my correction. As the Xtreme Alex Hill seems to get it off the draw, walks in by himself. Saved there by Bushell, but it's going to be called a crease violation anyways. Up floor now, here comes the Sun Devils. That's Cohen Osadchuk. Potential here for nice back check there by the Sun Devils to get that ball away from Zane Burry, first calling his name in this game. Picked up by Braden Streifel. A lot of transition players getting in the offensive zone right now. This game is getting a bit sloppy when it comes to the transition game. As soon as I say that, the Lloydminster Xtreme slow it down. Teague Brown over to Blake Shepard. Back, looks off. Brown ends up shooting it far side, on Bushell, who saves it. But the Lloydminster Xtreme pick it up, and we'll have a fresh 30. Teague Brown walks in all alone on the right-hand side. Tries to shoot far side there on the Badlands goaltender, but nothing doing. Able to get down. Oh, bad bounce there. That bounces away from Larson Gardy. First time calling his name. Because once again, the transition players are definitely getting into the game right now from both sides. It's Quade Vandersprut right now, pushing, trucking Xtreme players over. He's by himself, though. He's probably going to come back. Dishes it off over to, which I assume is a sibling of some sort. It'd be Quade Vandersprut, present to Brolin Vandersprut. Being over and back here against the Sun Devils, and that will be Xtreme ball. as Rogan McNabb picks it up from the righty shooter spot. Gets a seal, shoots it far side, misses the net, unfortunately. Ball goes all the way down into Extreme territory, and it's going to be Sun Devils ball. 11:20 left in the second. They hold a 5-4 lead in this one. I'd like to thank you guys for tuning into NetFront Sports and Tier 2 crossover weekend here in Sylvan Lake, Alberta. Ball will go all the way down to the Badlands Sun Devils goaltender. He's been told to put it in the corner. It's going to be Extreme ball. We're going to have Blake Shepard picking up in the corner for the Extreme. He's got Tobin Dugan on the floor with him on that left-hand side. Jace Gunnarsson spinning through Sun Devils defense, gets shoved from behind after getting a shot on net. I think we're going to get a call here. As it looks like this Lloydminster Extreme power play is going to get another chance here. They've been successful twice in this game. They've also been successful in a couple 6-on-5s. The man advantage for the Extreme is not something you want to be giving them. Now Jace Gunnarsson taking it up from the top. So the ref does want to come over to the Sun Devils and talk about what's going on. You see the coach here wanting an explanation. He is going to get one. Again, it seems like this weekend a lot of the coaches are wanting to talk to the refs just to see how things are going to be called. I did miss the hand motions from the ref, but they are sending an extra Sun Devil to the box here, and we're going to have a 5-on-3 power play for the full 2 minutes here for the Lloydminster Extreme. Now in lacrosse on a 5-on-3, it's quite common to leave, as you see Jace Gunnarsson here, out of the frame and leave a guy at the top to retrieve balls. Some pushing and shoving here in front of the Sun Devils net after that goal, and they're gonna take a Lloyd player to the box. I actually missed who scored there because of the scuffling. I think, if I had to make a safe assumption, I believe it was Blake Shepard there from the crease spot. The right-handed guy down low. I'd like to thank everybody watching in the chat for the criticism and the nice words. We appreciate both of it. Helps us get better and helps us get. The last thing we want to do, if you are a fan of one of these kids or a parent, we don't want to be saying your kid's name wrong the entire broadcast. So we try our best to get pronunciation sheets before the games, so we get it right from the top. But sometimes you just don't get it. Sometimes that's not how it works. So the refs are sorting it out here. I believe that was a goal for the Extreme. It's not on the board here yet, but they did give an Extreme player a penalty. And we have 4-on-4 on the floor. I believe we have a 5-5 game here, 10:58 left in the second period. I don't know why that goal would not be. I don't know why that goal would not count. So I'm going to assume that it is 5-5. They're not updating the score sheet there. They're getting a goal announced in arena here, but again, not on the score board. Play blown dead. Extreme getting the ball. Owen Hill just waiting for his team to come on. We have 4-on-4 here. They did take one Sun Devil out of the box, but they did not remove that off the scoreboard either. So we have 4-on-4 action here for 1:24. After that, the Sun Devils are going to get a very, very short 10-second power play. But we have right now Quade Vandersprut going up floor, waiting for some teammates, waiting for some help. Quaid over to Brolin Vandersprut. Hunter Scrove there in on the forecheck, but Marcus Morgan for the Xtreme gets it up floor to his teammates. Nice pass there over to Eric Wallace, but that was saved by Bushel. Slash there, ball is still on the floor, able to be grabbed. Vandersprut, okay. Should know this. Called one of their games in when they were playing for the Lethbridge Rockies. I'm unsure which one played there, but there definitely was a Vandersprut that played there. Nice save there by the Badlands goaltender. Far side on that glove. It's just enough of the glove on it to turn that away. So we are now into a 10-second Sun Devils power play. They're going to say that he went into the crease to grab that ball. It's going to be Xtreme balls still in the offensive zone. Teague Brown slowing things down as now we are even with 9 minutes to go here in the second. What has turned out to be a good game. Rogan McNabb fighting through a couple Sun Devil checks, spins off. Another glove save there by Bushel, who's played extremely good for the Sun Devil squad. Teague Brown shoots it, gets the reset. Ball is stopped there by the ref. And then the ball rolls into the bench. We're gonna get a water break here. 8:33 left in a 5-all game between the Lloydminster Xtreme and the Badlands Sun Devils out of Medicine Hat. We're gonna take a quick water break and we'll catch you on the other side. Been informed that I am saying the goaltender for the Badlands Sun Devils name wrong. It is Jason Bushel, and it is the Vandersprut siblings, I assume. Could be cousins. In lacrosse are usually siblings. We see a lot of siblings in lacrosse here. Trying our best to keep everybody informed, including myself. We're gonna have Jason Gunderson here. There was a penalty given to Everett Leafso for the Sun Devils. I would put the Lloydminster Xtreme on the power play. Up top to Gunderson, swapping with Stachniak. Stachniak steals off for Gunderson. Saved there by Bushel. With the Wyatt Bauer. Wyatt Bauer all alone by himself, looking to kill some time here. Able to take it to the corner. It's taking some abuse, but killing time. That's what you want on a penalty kill. If you can get it into the corner there, kill the 30 seconds. There's nothing much more you can ask for. Good attempt there, shoves him back, but killed 20 seconds off. We now have Blake Shepard on the far side, slowing things down for this Xtreme power play. Gunderson coming off the bench up top, gets the ball from Shepard. Shepard over to Stachniak. Stachniak back to Gunderson. Gunderson over to Shepard. Shepard over to Stachniak. Stachniak wiggles, looks. Gunderson to Shepard as they're moving the ball around. Gunderson seals off for Stachniak, but bobbled there as we now have Bo Larson Gardy on a breakaway for the Sun Devils. That is saved by Swanky. Alex Hill up floor already for the Xtreme. This is back and forth action here late in the second period of this 5-5 tied game. So once again, the Xtreme slow down in their power play, looking to set up. We got Gunderson up top. Shepard come off the floor to his left. Swaps with Stashniak. Gunderson up. Stashniak seals off for Shepard. Saved there by Bushel. Again, he's really come into his own here. Since allowing those two goals to the Xtreme in the first, he's played extremely solid. This is an Xtreme team with a lot of firepower. They are the defending champions for a reason. We got Dugan. Dugan tried moving it down to Thiessen. He's not able to connect with him as the Sun Devils have the ball now. We're going to get called with a push. Giving it back to the Xtreme. Don't like to give those possessions over. Currently we have Thiessen with the ball here. Looking to move it. Comes off the crease. Crease shooting spot. Saved there by Bushel. Off the rebound, saved again. I don't think he saw that one, but it hit him. That's all that matters. We have Cohen Osadchuk moving the ball up floor here for the Sun Devils. Over to Brolin Vander Sprut. He jumps into the loving shoulders of Reese Way. Hill moving in one-on-one against Wyatt Bauer. Moves over to Jace Gunderson. Gunderson tries to go cross crease on Bushel, but Bushel up to the task. Shove in the back there from Alex Hill. No call. Get a little bit of chippiness here. The refs aren't letting these guys push back and forth at all. They're blowing a whistle and getting in between them. Alex Hill is going to be in the box. 2 minutes for checking from behind. That's going to send the Sun Devils to the power play. They've not had a power play here, but they had an abbreviated 10-second one, but that's not really, they haven't really had a power play that's set up and established for the full 2. So we're going to have Manning taking the ball up the top. It's on floor with Wyatt Bauer, Roland Vander Sprut, and Quaid Vander Sprut. Sorry, that was Hunter Strove. That is the captain of this Sun Devil squad. Moves it up top to Lampard. Lampard getting kind of shoved around. Up top to Vander Sprut, who shoots it wide. And that is Xtreme ball. We have a breakaway here. Brady Gamble, glove save there by Bushel, who has stood up to the task and has stopped a couple breakaways here. Gamble fighting off 3 Badlands Sun Devils by himself. But there's some confusion here from the Sun Devils about like who should be guarding who. The undersized Sun Devils are in there fighting it up. You got a push to the head and a stick to the head. There's some shoving here between. Okay, let's get this bench closed, make sure nobody gets hurt. That is Teague Brown taking some issues there with the Sun Devils player beside the Xtreme bench. He is going to get put in the box for that. That's going to eliminate this. No, that's not going to eliminate. It's going to give the Sun Devils a 5-on-3 for 1 minute and 2 seconds. 4:18 left here in the second. 5-5 game. Oh, he got teed up as well. He gets 2 minutes for cross check and 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. I believe there is a chance you got 10 minutes for it and was now able to see the fingers, but there's Teague Brown getting teed up by the ref here. It's the first unsportsmanlike penalty I think we've seen. No, the second one we've seen on this floor here today. We had one where a guy scored a goal and then like kind of celebrated over the other guy, and he got teed up for that. So other than that, been pretty clean lacrosse over here on Rink 1 in Sylvan Lake. So the Sun Devils have a 5-on-3 power play for the next 1 minute, and then they're going to have an extended 5-on-4 for the three minutes after that. Ball shot in there by Lampard, saved by Swanky. A bit of scramble in front of the net. Ball grabbed there by Owen Hill. Picked up by Brolin Vander Sprut. Shot on net, but did not hit the net. Shot towards net, but didn't hit the net, so that's a 30-second for Sun Devils. Got Owen Hill coming in here for the Xtreme. They're probably going to look to kill the 30 here. Especially 5-on-3. Kill at 30. Give yourself a better chance at 5-on-4. 3-second discrepancy between the shot clock and the penalty clock. So they can kill the full 30. Looks like we are back. Sorry, if we do drop the stream, we're going to try our best to get it back as soon as possible. Xtreme ball here. 3 minutes left in the second. Picked up by Dugan. Dugan fighting off a check, getting a seal. Shoots it on net, but Bushel is able to turn that aside and give the Sun Devils the ball back. As we're going to take both Jace Gunderson and trying to see the number here for the Sun Devils. 22, that is Evan Rieger. They're going to take both of them 2 minutes for cross-check, and as they, behind the play, we're kind of giving each other some chops. So refs trying to keep this one under control here. 2 minutes, 51 seconds left. 5-5 this game is, deep into now the second period. I believe it is still, is now turned into a 4-on-3 power play for the Sun Devils for the full 2 minutes here. Again, some confusion here by the refs. No, it's actually going to be 5-on-4 as the coincidentals equal each other out. So, Roland Vandersproot just waiting, has the ball in his stick. He's waiting for the ref to blow it in. Moves it over to Manning. Manning from the righty shooter spot moves it over to Vandersproot. Vandersproot up top, looking for his teammate over there. High ball, jumps for it, missed it, unfortunately. Able to gather it back up though is Manning. Manning over to Vandersproot. Vandersproot over to Manning. Looking, not much sealing off here on this Sun Devils power play. You'd like to see one of the crease guys come up, seal off for the shooter to get a clean look as we have the Xtreme the other way on a 2-1-0. He's going to take the whole way, but Bushel's going to save that. That was number 88, Rogan McNabb there for the Xtreme on that breakaway, saved by Bushel, who again has been up to the task. 2 minutes left in this second frame. Ball up to Vandersproot. Swanky over to Alex Hill. Cut off by Vandersproot. Vandersproot looks at the clock behind him, sees he's got tons of time to slow it down. Over to Lampert. Lampert takes the shot on net. Swanky turns that aside. And we have Brady Gamble in transition. Just walks by Vandersproot, who I will admit is on a long shift, so I'm not going to give him too much judgment. He's probably been on the floor the whole 3 minute power play here. So the Xtreme asking the refs to please call the game both ways as Owen Hill takes it in, looking to kill. There's 1 minute and 4 seconds left on this 5-on-4 power play for the Sun Devils, as that will take us near the end of the second frame. Fisher, spin around, got 3 Sun Devils on, being triple team, able to fight his way to the net. Bushel's able to grab it. Gonna get claimed Xtreme ball here with 55 seconds. Fisher behind the net here for the Xtreme. 35 seconds left on the penalty kill. The 30-second shot clock. They might decide to, ooh, that might be a trip. They get called for one on Blake Shepard there. Shepard the one being tripped. There's 6 Sun Devils on the floor right now. They let the one Sun Devil out of the box, but they didn't let the other. Those are coincidental minors. They both should have stayed in there. But the Sun Devil was released from the box while the Xtreme player was kept in. So we ended up having 6 Sun Devils on the floor. A little bit of confusion here. Clock was also running. They added 7 seconds to the clock. They're giving us 34 seconds left here in the second frame. They give Quade Vandersproot a 2-minute holding penalty. But there's lots of confusion here on the floor. I have an Xtreme member here. Talking to 3 refs. Rogan McNabb asking for an explanation. We're going to have 4-on-4 lacrosse here as Jace Gunderson walks it in. 33 seconds left. This puts them on the power play as Teague Brown comes out of the box. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Tons of time here. Chase Gunderson up top, 17 seconds left. Moves it to Shepard. Shepard down low to McNabb. McNabb up to Gunderson. Gunderson 4 seconds on the shot clock. Low to high. Shoots. Saved there by Bushel. Gunderson able to get it again. Shoots it on net. Saved again by Bushel. That ends us with a 5-5 tie here at the end of the second frame between the Lloydminster Xtreme and the Badlands Sun Devil. Kind of a low-scoring game here, but both teams chirping each other as they go to the dressing rooms. Both teams here performing pretty well for a Saturday evening here in Sylvan Lake. So thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate it. We'll have a 10-minute break here before we have the third period of action for you. welcome back to Tier 2 Crossover Weekend Lacrosse here on the NetFront Sports Network. I am Eric Croce bringing you third period action between the Lloydminster Xtreme and the Badlands Sun Devils playing out of Medicine Hat. We got a 5-5 game here to start the third period. Sun Devils are on the penalty kill though, as Quaid Vandersproot is in the box for the Sun Devils. Mentioned a couple times, this Lloydminster Xtreme team did not lose a game all season last season, so them being in a close battle here with anybody is not really expected. The Sun Devils are up to the task and playing up to it, but Blake Shepard sneaks him by Bush goal as Pankos goes up and gives him a tap on the chest there, saying, you know what, hey, that's on us for taking the penalty. Don't worry about it. He played good. Bush goal has played extremely well this game for the Sun Devils. Got Owen Hill on the dot there for the Xtreme. That is new. Alex Hill's been the one pulling for them most of the game. Morgan in the corner brings the ball out, going to bring it. Alex Hill's up floor here for Lloydminster. Over to Jace Gunderson. Gunderson's going to try to burn around his defender, go for a crease dive, cross crease, save there by Bushel. Been very impressed with this Sun Devil play so far. And they got some experienced players, some people from the Tier 1 Rockies and other players down south. So once again, it's nice to see the South have, the deep South here in Alberta, have a lacrosse organization in the Tier 2 league. Leafso on the far edge, goes around the net, gets pushed and helped. Remember, new to the 2026 lacrosse season, you can dive from behind the net now. So he walks through, and it's saved there by Swanky. Pretty, it's on. Oh, that's gonna get called in. I don't know who it went in off of. That is 24. Madden Kelly saying that was all me. All me and good goal over to the Xtreme bench. And we do. We have a 6-6 game here. As I am behind on the scoreboard, I apologize. It's been a long day here in Sylvan Lake. Not making any excuses, but the sharpness might be fading a little bit. It's been a good day here. With some excellent lacrosse as north-south action. Today you're getting the south teams as home teams. Tomorrow, all day Sunday, it will be the north teams as home teams. As Manning comes on the left spot, moves it down. As the Sun Devils still have control here. We are even strength and have been for a bit. Leafso. Swim move, tries to put it up over Swanky's shoulders. Gets stopped by Swanky as he shrugs and saves that one. Alex Hill moving the ball up the floor here for the Xtreme. Had a cutting Eric Wallace, but takes it himself. And is able to put that one past the Badlands netminder, giving the Xtreme a 7-6 lead. Sorry, I don't have much of a reaction to that because yeah, he just ripped that when everybody thought he was gonna be, everyone in this building probably thought he was gonna be passing it off to the cutting player. So we have Roland Vandersproot here, changing his entire wardrobe at center. He's getting thrown out and the ball given to the Xtreme. Can't say I've seen that before. Gunderson, right-hand side, over to McNabb. McNabb cuts in, saved there by Bushel. What a 6-person collision here in front of the Badlands bench. Ball given to the Xtreme. Number 24 That is Thiessen. Tried to scoop and dunk on the goalie there, but nothing doing. Bushroll is able to turn that aside. Gunderson up top. Moves it over to the other lefty there. That is Thiessen. Sun Devils take it up floor. Lampert getting harassed there. Is able to dump it off to his teammate Vandersproot makes the guy miss. Looks like he hurt something there a little bit. That would be Marcus Morgan. Have to see how he comes off the bench. Comes off laboring a little bit. Jace Gunderson one-on-one there with Brolin Vandersproot. I will say Vandersproot Brolin clearly an offensive player for this Badlands team that has been back on defense quite a bit and has handled his own. Something that should be given credit for. Badlands coach yelling at their players to leave it. I hope not get to. They got the power play here. You don't want to give the coincidental back over. Very 2-minute slash and a 2-minute cross-checking penalty over to Teague Brown, as that is a lot of penalty minutes for him in this game. Madden Kelly taking it off the top here for the Sun Devils. The Sun Devils will have a 4-minute power play, trailing 6-7. 16 minutes left to go here in the third period. Really hoping for a power play goal here. Close shot wide by Manning. Now it's going to be an extreme ball here in the Sun Devils zone. And we are in third period. We're in the third period, so maybe expect this Lloydminster Xtreme team to kill a bit more clock here on the penalty kill. Oh, huge collision. Clean collision, but huge hit there by Wyatt Bauer. Shepard sets a seal. Nate Fisher behind the net. Fisher getting pushed up against the glass there by Osachuk. Yeah, that's going to be a penalty. Kind of grabbed him around the neck as Bushroll comes off the floor for the Sun Devils. The Sun Devils have a 6-on-4 opportunity here to set things up. Roland Vandersproot takes a shot in on Swanky. Swanky's able to find it, scoop it out. Takes a bit of exception to Keaton Bauer being in there, trying to grab that ball. Nothing's going to come out of that. But we are going to have a Sun Devils 5-on-3 power play here for 2 minutes. 2 minutes total. There's a holding penalty. Just waiting for them to post up on the board here so I can see what number it was. Number 6, that is Eric Wallace taking a holding penalty for the Xtreme 5-1-3 Sun Devils power play here for a full 2 minutes, trailing 1-15-25 left here in the third period. Sun Devils 6, Lloydminster Xtreme currently at 7. Moves down to the right shot crease. Whistle blown, given to the Xtreme. That's going to be Rogan McNabb picking up in the corner. Coming up floors, gets a pick set there by Gamble. As the Xtreme pull over, and a 5-1-3, they're definitely going to be trying to kill 30 here. Sun Devils need to send two men on, send them in waves. Because right now, McNabb is moving around, making everybody miss. You want to pressure, but you also don't want to give up complete control of the floor. Ball will go over and back for the Xtreme. It'll be Sun Devils ball here with a Brolin Vandersproot picking it up in the corner. Lefty looking for yes. Hard pick set there, and that's going to be an Xtreme ball. Giving up possessions, trailing down by 1. Not a recipe for success for the Sun Devils. Lots of power play time to work with here. They do need to go get the ball back. As Brady Gamble is running circles around the floor right now. Just playing keep away from this Badlands roster. Spins off, gets a little bit of help from his teammate Fisher. Able to go in, shot at crossbar. as Brady Gamble is a one-man wrecking crew right now. Sun Devils finally get the ball. 46 seconds left in this 5-on-3. Roland Vandersproot on the floor. Moves it over to Kelly. Kelly over to Lifeso. Vandersproot on net, picks up in the corner, fresh 30. 30 seconds left on this 5-on-3. Save made by Swanky. A little bit shove in the back there. That should be, yeah, it should be Sun Devils' ball. Over to Vandersproot. Shoots far side. Nice save by Swanky. Gets a toe on it. Scrove picks it up on the far side. Sun Devils captain brings it into the lefty crease guy. Ball goes off the floor and off the roof. That's going to be extreme ball. 49 seconds left. The 5-on-3 is now over, but 49 seconds left in that double minor to Teague Brown. Lloydminster comes over the edge. Alex Hill, big body up the floor. Transition just can't be stopped. The Sun Devils are trying their best to put a body on him, but he's a little bit smaller. Nice move there by Thiessen as he makes two people miss on the boards. Not sure exactly what the refs are calling here. I believe it was a timeout. Timeout by the Sun Devils, which makes sense. They have 30 seconds left on this very important power play they've had in this period. Down by one. You want to be able to capitalize on this power play, tie the game. Send yourself into the second half of the third with a chance to win. Yes, I got a confirmation now from the PA announcer in arena. That was a timeout by the Sun Devils. Thank you guys for joining us on this broadcast and this weekend from the Tier 2 crossover weekend from Sylvan Lake. Thank you to Sylvan Lake Yetis for hosting us, being amazing and supportive of this weekend through the technical difficulties. Now we got a pretty solid broadcast going. So let's have a good night of lacrosse as the Sun Devils ball is blown in and we are underway after the timeout. Roland Vandersproot over to Manning. Manning and Vandersproot are minding the shooting positions up top. It's going to be over and back Sun Devils. That is going to kill their power play as the Xtremes survive a full 2-minute 5-on-3 and a 5-on-4, a 4-minute 5-on-4. I just think that is a missed opportunity here for these Sun Devils, but still tons of time left in this game. A little scoop there by Fisher as he comes around the net and tries to scoop it into the net, but Bushel is able to turn that aside. Roland Vandersproot, that kid's got a motor to him. He's been on the floor this whole game. Streifel in the corner. Moving up floor is McKinley. It's going to be called extreme ball here. Xtreme with a fresh 30. 12 minutes left to go in the third. Up 7-6. McNabb holding the ball out, trying to spin around and make a couple of Badlands players miss. He does so successfully with a couple picks from his teammates. Teague Brown with the shot blocked there. That's a good soak. Good soak there by the Sun Devils. Any shot you can get in the way of, you're going to be happy with that. That's going to be a 30-second violation there by the Xtreme as Swanky just chucks it deep. Basically gets a full floor reset. Roland Vandersproot, far side. He's got Manning behind him. Makes the Xtreme player lose the stick. Manning over to Vandersproot. Vandersproot with some space shoots and scores. And he big guys Reese Way for a celebration, but nice shot there from the top, right in the middle. He took that space, took 2 steps in, and just ripped it by Swanky. Gives ourselves a 7-7 game here. 11:17 left in the third period. Oh, they are going to give Brolin Vandersproot there a 2-minute penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct. I mean, I get it, but he just kind of like big dogged the Xtreme guy. I guess getting in the face is probably going to be a unsportsmanlike penalty every time, but that one was pretty tame in my opinion. Nothing came out of it, but we've had some unsportsmanlike penalties called for the Xtreme, so in fairness, call it both ways. Xtreme power play here, tied all, 7-7, 11:17 left in the third. Tied game, Jace Gunderson at the top, waiting for the ball to be blown in. As he will move down the floor. Dips it off to Stachniak. Stachniak to Shepard. These three have been running the top of this power play all night long. They get a good look there, but Bushel is able to turn that one aside. Unfortunately, throws it away. Ref gets in the way here. No harm, no foul. Xtreme bench and players not very happy with the ref being in the way there, but it didn't turn out into anything extremely negative. Just burning some clock here is Everett Lifeso, and he does so successfully, burning a full 30 for the Sun Devils as the Xtreme go up floor with the minute 17 left on the power play. Jace Gunderson up top. Got Teague Brown, Shepard, and Stachniak also on this power play. Rogan McNabb rounds it out, and that's your 5-man unit for the Xtreme. Nice soak there by Sun Devil player. Gets the 30-second shot clock. They've almost killed off this penalty. Streifels in with the ball, moves it over to Lifeso. Lifeso is going to take it. Looked like he was going to hand off his teammate. He's going to take it himself. Far side, spins through the center. Save there by Swanky. Nice save there by Swanky. That shot was a lot more dangerous than it looked off the rim. .9:44 left here in the third period. Stachniak over to Gunderson. Lloydminster still in the power play here. Shepard up top, shoots right-handed. Huge shot, heavy shot. Soaked there by Bushel. Soaked it in the webbing of his stick between that 5-hole. Good fundamentals there by the Badlands goaltender. We are now even strength. Lloydminster, ooh, off the head. That's off the mask. That's a nice soak. The Sun Devils are getting in these shooting lanes much better in the third period here. Shepard over to Teague Brown. Teague Brown, big body, just walking through everybody. Brolin Vandersproot on Shepard. Swim move, gets alone, all alone, off the post. Good effort there by Brolin Vandersproot, but we are back and forth action here. Teague Brown on a breakaway himself. Oh, we're getting a slashing call. It's going to go towards the Sun Devils. And we're going to get a water break. That's number 19, Kohin Osadchuk, taking a slashing penalty here. 2-minute slashing penalty with 8:42 left in the third, and we're going to get a water break. So this Lloydminster Xtreme power play, it's been extremely good all game. It's going to get a rest before coming on the floor and trying to put themselves up by 1. Again, thank you all for tuning in to NetFront Sports this weekend from the Tier 2 crossover in Sylvan Lake. Please give us a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you really love us, you can support us through a membership by hitting the join button below the video. We thank you guys for your support all weekend, and we appreciate all the fans in Alberta that tune in our games on a week-to-week basis. Jace Gunderson will walk it in. Over to Shepard. Shepard to Gunderson. Back over to Stachniak. Gunderson, Stachniak. Seen this play in lots of this game. Gunderson will pass to Stachniak, and Stachniak will come instead of Seal. And then he'll pass over to Shepard, and they do that play both ways. Shepard will also give the Gunderson in that play. Badlands, Brolin Vandersproot gets it, looks from downtown, shoots 5-hole on Swanky, save. Swanky, full court, full 4 pass to Rogan McNabb, but turned away by Bushel. Good save. He's been pretty money on breakaways in this game. I actually don't know if he's allowed one, and there's been lots on him. Pretty good performance out of him. We don't have the shot clock here, unfortunately, but very good performance out of Jackson Bushel tonight. Gunderson up top to Shepard. Shepard to Gunderson. Sealed by Stachniak. Gunderson, he'll take it this time, shoot. That one is soaked. Kind of gives up on the play there. Both giving up on the play. Nobody's grabbing the ball. Xtreme coach is not happy with that one. Just kind of give away a possession there. Yeah, they're getting told on the way back to the bench that that performance was not okay, that effort. Sun Devils, 30 seconds or 23 seconds left on this penalty kill as they look to run it out. There's a 2-second difference between shot clock and penalty clock. So they could pretty much kill off this penalty by keeping the ball away from the Xtreme, and they do so successfully. Owen Hill's going to pick it up. Again, some confusion here by the refs and the players. Players want it to be blown in, refs aren't blowing it in. We got people questioning what the heck is happening. Owen Hill's pretty confused. Finally, the play gets blown in as the Xtreme power play comes to an end. Hill dumps off for Brown. Brown over to Fisher. Fisher swims around his defender, but Bushel once again up to the task. Passes it out to Bauer. Bauer fighting for it. Tries to bat it out of the zone because you know he's running out of time. It's going to be Xtreme ball here near the Badlands bench. Badlands gets it. Gets pushed over by Brown. Brown is a big guy, and he uses every pound of his weight on the floor. Fisher over to Brown. Big guy, but he's got good hands too. That nice touch on that pass over to Jace Gunderson. Nice little floater pass. Saved there by Bushel though. Gunderson moves it down. Shoots it wide. Brown's trying to keep this one in, running back. He's able to. Got a lucky bounce. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Brown walks down Main Street, saved by Bushel. Picked up by Eric Wallace. Bushel grabs it in as the play is blown in. 5 minutes, 30 seconds left here in a tie game between the Badlands Sun Devils and the Lloydminster Xtreme. If you're unsure of who the Sun Devils team are, they are a brand new team to the Tier 2 division, playing out of Medicine Hat, giving the Deep South a place for these young kids to play lacrosse. A little bit of a bobble there by Vandersproot. And he's going to push the ball to the corner. It's going to be Xtreme ball. It's going to be picked up here by Thiessen. Thiessen instantly gets pressured. Able to spin out of it, comes across crease, saved by Bushel. Fresh 30 here for Lloydminster. Looking for the one-timer, like dunk back door. It's been all Lloydminster lately. A lot of opportunities in the offensive zone here to set up, get their full 30. But the Sun Devils defense and specifically their goaltender are up to the task. Sun Devils just can't get out of their own end right now. They can't make a successful pass and get up in transition, unfortunately. We have Stachniak. Stachniak over to Fisher. Fisher. Up top to Gunderson. Gunderson looking for a seal. Not going to get it. Misses wide. That one's going to be over and back as finally the Sun Devils get some reprieve and able to get their offense on the floor. And out like a cannon is Josiah Manning. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left. Tie game here, 7-7. Late in this game in Sylvan Lake. Manning was able to get it to Scrove there, who had a good opportunity but just missed it wide. It's going to be over and back, and Lloydminster ball. We got some shoving going around at the bench here. Ref's going to take one. Ref is taking number 24 here for the Badlands. That is Madden Kelly. I did miss what the infraction was, but it was over here at the bench. That puts this Lloydminster Xtreme power play back on the floor with 3 minutes and 58 seconds left. We're going to have at least half of the rest of this game on the power play as Gunderson brings it in. Over to Stachniak. We've seen this before. Stachniak over to Shepard. Shepard to Gunderson. Gunderson down low to McNabb. Saved there by Bushel. Bushel. I cannot stress how well he's played this game for this Badlands squad. Leafs, though, is just going to hold it over there, not getting pressure by any Xtreme players, waiting for his teammates to come off the floor. Again, trying to kill the full 30, basically has already. Shot on net, did miss, though. There we go. Sun Devils kill the full 30, now they have to get off the floor. Ball is blown in. Owen Hill is going to bring it up floor here for the Xtreme. Pass it off to Brown. And this offense is going to set up. We have Stachniak, Gunderson, Shepard up top. Stachniak over to Shepard. Shepard from downtown shoots. Misses wide. Brown able to get off the rebound off the boards. Saved by Bushel, and then another one off McNabb. Brown up to Gunderson. 45 seconds left on the power play. Gunderson over to Stachniak. Stachniak setting his seal for Shepard. Shepard shoots. Save there by Bushel. Nothing doing on the 5-hole. As it looks like these Xtreme shooters might need to start aiming somewhere else on Bushel because he's making everything seem easy so far. Tumble here in the corner. No call. Brady Gamble. Gamble by himself. Pulling up 18 seconds left on the power play. Maybe enough of an opportunity. Moves it over to Gunderson. That does give them an opportunity here to score. 8 seconds left on the power play. Thiessen coming late onto the floor. Probably like to get your offense on quicker than that. Gunderson goes low to high, saved by Bushel. Even strength. Gunderson over to Shepard. Shepard to Gunderson. Able to catch it. Errant pass. Thiessen spinning around. Got 3 Sun Devils on him. Up to the task, though. Over and back. Sun Devils ball. Minute 36 left in the third period of a 7-7 game here between the Badlands Sun Devils and the Lloydminster Xtreme. Don't quote me, but the Xtreme haven't lost in a long time. They won 16 in a row last season, not including playoffs. They went undefeated in the playoffs. I believe they're undefeated to begin this season. So this streak is in jeopardy here. Roland Vandersproot taking a cross check to the back of the head. Lampard was able to get it on net, but that is turned aside by Swanky. Minute 10 here. Xtreme getting the offense on the floor. Brown up top. A position we've seen him in very often. Moves her to Dugan. Dugan has so much space. Saved by Bushel, though. Hit it right in the chest. Braden Streifel in alone, trying to get the ball here for the Sun Devils, trying to get control. 13 seconds left on the shot clock already. Sun Devils do get out of the corner with it. It popped up behind him. Nobody notices. Xtreme get the ball. Ready Gamble. Gamble's looking to get it up floor. Timeout here called by the Xtreme. So let me break down the situation for you here. We have 30-second shot clock. That's not a factor. We have 23 seconds left on the game clock. 7-7 game. Lloydminster Xtreme ball controlled. They're going to have an opportunity here to get the last shot. I imagine they go 6-on-5. 6-on-5 for them in this game has been extremely successful. They've scored on it twice. As they're talking it over, got their coach on the whiteboard, lacrosse board, drawing up a play. I can see what it is, but I'm not gonna leak it. The only leak I will give you is we've seen this play a lot this game already, if you've watched their power play at all. We got the Lloydminster Xtreme looking to keep their streak alive. I'm not sure how important that is to them on a season-to-season basis, but obviously you want to win games, not lose them. Got Brown trying to get his helmet strap back on. Looks like he's able to get it. Here we go. 23 seconds left. Net pulled for the Xtreme. They're going to be holding for the last shot here. Will they end it, or will we get overtime? Shepard walks it across half floor. 18 seconds left. Shepard counting down the clock. He doesn't want to take this shot too early. Doesn't want to start the motion too early. You don't want to give the Badlands Sun Devils an opportunity that bobbled pass over to Stachniak. That's going to do it. And we are going to get overtime here in Sylvan Lake between the Badlands Sun Devils and the Lloydminster Xtreme. I'm not completely polished on RMLL rules. I believe we're going to have a 5-minute sudden death overtime, and then after that, if nobody scores, we will have a tie. We can't just play all day here. There is another game starting at 6:30 tonight between the Honey Badgers and the Strathmore Venom. So that would be the last game on the network from this floor. Keenan Kanda on the other floor will have your 7:30 nightcap as the final game of Saturday. Thank you all for sticking with us through the technical difficulties we had this morning, but I think we've sorted it out now, and we have a good time. This has been by far the best lacrosse game we've had on this floor today. Sun Devils proven to be maybe better than a lot of people gave them credit for coming into this weekend. Got some talent in that team. You got some Tier 1 send-downs from the old Lethbridge Rockies. I've been very impressed with how they've played. Their APs have played extremely well. They're a much younger team. Bushel has been amazing for this Sun Devil squad. He's kept them in it. Basically stopped every breakaway. Has been just phenomenal in this game. If I had to pick a player of the game, probably regardless who wins, I think he would be my player of the game in this one. So we got 5-on-5 for 5 minutes. Ref just confirmed with us and the coaches. 5-on-5, 5 minutes. Sudden death. So obviously, sudden death OT This draw is very important. You got Roland Vandersproot versus Owen Hill at the dot. Very important face-off here. You want control in OT. Vandersproot wins it back and lose the ball that the Sun Devils will get, but Xtreme will come out of it at the end. You have Gamble taking it down to the corner, and Xtreme are going to get their offense on the floor. Brown over to Gunderson. Gunderson to Shepard. Shepard overhand right, saved by Soaked and saved by Bushel. No rebound, important. Gets it to his team, the Sun Devils, up floor now. Scrove in the corner. Manning. Vandersproot gets a seal to Scrove. Nice pick and roll there, just didn't quite connect. The right idea was there. Alex Hill grabs the loose ball, gets it into Sun Devils territory, and he is going to pause, wait up for this offense. Fisher takes it up top. Brown, second unit on the floor here for the Xtreme. Brown gets a steal from his teammate, walks in all alone. Saved there by Bushel. Rebound gathered by the Xtreme. And we're gonna get a good goal called in OT here as he picks up the rebound and dives across the crease and puts it in far side on Bushel, who had an amazing game. I didn't quite see who did that. That was number 6 there. Eric Wallace. So refs are talking it over. But it looks like Eric Wallace has ended this game in OT. Okay, the refs have sorted everything out. That is an 8-7 Lloydminster Xtreme win here in OT over the Badlands Sun Devils, who are just all patting their goalie for the performance he had in this game. He definitely deserves all the credit. Thank you guys for tuning in to the NetFront Sports Network. Sorry for the lame OT call. We're a little bit confused on whether or not that was going to stand or not, but that is Eric Wallace finishing it off for the Lloydminster Xtreme, giving them a win here in Sylvan Lake at the Tier 2 crossover weekend. Thank you guys for watching. Again, please like if you enjoyed the content. Please subscribe if you really enjoy our content. Turn on that notification bell to see when we go live all weekend long. And if you really love us, show us some support by becoming a member to the channel. Thank you guys, and we'll see you at 6:30 for Honey Badgers versus